In the rhyme, if there is a monkey, if there is an elephant, we can't bring those all animals into the classroom.
The preschool teachers are the most, often the ignored lot of the teachers, I would say.
If you are comparing the students, what's wrong? If the children compare the parents.
In our education system, it has always been how much percentage have you scored. One very hot topic, that is the NEP 2020.
You started with a very burning one. Before this, we were having the education policy in 1986.
Yeah.
So it is almost after 34 years. This education policy is much needed.
What is the controversy around this? For first standard, they used to do this test as a physical test before they let them inside.
Are they really skilled to teach the NEP 2020?
I've also heard about this NEP 2020 that has to be implemented until 2030. Is this true, sir?
Communication intention is not that to speak in English. The intention of the communication is to connect with you. Pre-primary teachers are the architects of the behavior, architects of the personality.
But parents are like, aur karega. You have to give more homework. You have to give more, teach more.
The CBSE is more than enough.
Some of the schools complain, sir, in my school, if at all I teach so much, the parents do not agree.
There is nothing which can replace the teacher here. NIECC really helping us.
Hi, today we have got a very special guest with us. We've got Jagdish Marali, sir, principal of Daily School, Hubli. So welcome to the podcast today, sir.
Thank you, Kritish. Thank you.
It's really nice having you here, and having a person with so much of knowledge, skills, and heading an institution having more than 1,000 children is a great person to have a conversation regarding the education sector. So it's really we are really fortunate to have you here today, sir.
Thank you very much, Kritish, for bringing me to be here on this platform. It's going to be my pleasure to have a conversation in this platform. Thank you.
Same here, sir. Thank you. So today we'll start, the audience are here basically to learn about how the schooling actually works, and how teacher education works, or how curriculum is actually being developed inside the preschools. So we'll have a conversation about education sphere in today's Indian education system, and how this many new recent changes have been affecting our school education system, and how do we compare with many years of experience that you have in as a teacher to principal now, and going forward. Yeah. So talking about let us start off with one very hot topic, that is the NEP 2020. So National Education Policy 2020 is there. So how has this policy affected our day-to-day schooling system, and what changes have you been seeing recently?
You started with a very burning one. Okay, the NEP 2020 National Education Policy.
Yeah.
So you know that before this we were having the education policy in 1986.
Yeah.
So it is almost after 34 years.
Correct, yeah.
So this policy is completely developed to address the 21st century challenges. Mm-hmm. So it is completely made on that, and it is much necessary, because we know that as we are living in the 21st century, to make our children to face these all challenges, this education policy is much needed. And as per the need and necessary, we have taken the call of NEP 2020. Of course, it is not implemented 100% completely.
Yeah.
We are trying our best to be implement part and part. The board is implementing this one. It's going very fine. You know that earlier how the 1986 policy was, and now how this NEP 2020. Basically, the structure of NEP 2020 goes like 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. You know that it is foundation, then middle. So it's a very wonderful structure where it is going to meet out the need and necessity of the 21st century skills. And it's a wonderful one, which is the need of the hour.
Correct, yes. And most of the times in this current scenario, because it is a admission season, right? So once it comes to admission season, of course, our state government has actually kind of relaxed the age group for the people who are enrolling for the first standard and all. So what is the controversy around this?
So actually, it was previously, it was 5.5 to 6.5 years eligibility to go for the first standard. Now, as per the NEP 2020 and considering so many psychological aspects, it is made mandate to have a 6 years to go for the first standard. But again, you know that in the year 2026 also somewhere the government has given an exemption of 60 days, 2 months
60
again.
days, yeah.
But somewhere, I personally, it is my perception and it's a notion that scientifically it's very correct where the child to go for the first standard, the 6 years is very proper age, where we know that how the brain develops, the architecture of that particular thing. So I think it's necessary. The 6 years is it is to be better one.
So my father used to say, like, when he used to go to school, right?
Correct.
So how they used to take for the school is if the child is able to touch the ear like
Correct.
this, right? So they would consider the child is able to, is old enough and they can start formal education. For first standard, they used to do this test as a physical test before they let them inside, right? So from there to now, of course, a lot of studies have been conducted and such things. So how are we managing, like, how are the schools managing this admission age difference?
To match up this challenge, NEP is a wonderful thing. So it came with all kind of solutions also. So when they have plan to implement this NEP 2020, the guidelines given the clear structure that if the child want to enroll for the nursery, it is better to 3 years, 3 years old. So obviously when the child comes to the first standard, the child will be of 6 years. So they have very clear picture, the clear agenda, the plan is very proper. So if you understand each and every minute part of the NEP 2020, there will be no any challenges to go with the NEP.
Correct.
So it is only thing that the proper planning and understanding of NEP 2020 is necessary.
Okay, nice. Having said this, there is also an SEP, now State Education Policy, probably because education is a subject of our, the states. They can actually have, changes as per the requirement of the state also. So now that, this relaxation of, say this 6 months, 60 days.
Yes, 60 days.
60 days, yeah. So now what should be the age according to the state education policy for the child to get into first standard?
To be frank, just 2 years before, a circular came from the state board that from the 26-27, the age relaxation will not be there. Even the state government is also going to be stick up with the 6 years. But I don't know what made the state government to take this call, maybe because of some pressures or some official reasons may be there. So where the government has taken or given an exemption of 60 days. But as I said, that it is a very nice point or the correct point that it is necessary to go for first standard with the 6 years.
Correct, nice. So this is the perspective of, from the child's perspective, like, the child has to be at least 6 years for first standard. That is, according to the research, that is the right age. How about for the teacher education is concerned? How is the teacher education scenario in today's world, like, in education system? Of course, I mean, you are from Hubli, sir. I mean,
yes,
it
correct.
is little different from how we are, standards are there in, cities like Mumbai, Delhi, or, Bangalore and such things. How is it in Hubli?
Hubli is not a normal place like other talukas. It is also a well-known, a very good city which is grown like almost like Bangalore and Hyderabad, that cities in India. But coming to the education challenges or education scenario of the teachers, I feel it is not up to the mark because the education policy when it was implemented in 1986, the same strategies, same education qualification requirements still there for the teachers. We are implementing NEP 2020 where the curriculum is developed concentrating the children. It is a child-based education. NEP is all about child-based, child-centric education policy. But what about the teachers then? If the teachers are going with the NEP 2020, are they really skilled to teach the NEP 2020 need and necessaries? So somewhere I think even it is necessary to go for the changes. So what the teaching courses are there for the teachers, it is necessary because there we have not worked. In one side we are working where the children caliber is going to meet out the 21st century skills, but we are not concentrating on are they really our teachers are caliber to teach that.
Correct. I've also heard about this NEP 2020. that has to be implemented until 2030. Is this true, sir, or how
Yes,
is it?
correct. It's true because it takes it stage by stage only because at once it is not possible because it is a huge one. So it is not going to be at one stage.
Uh-huh. So, when we talk about the teacher education is concerned, they have actually made it as B.Ed as compulsory and such things. And a lot of schools are also facing teacher crunch. Like, they are not finding very good quality of teachers. And even if at all we find very good quality of teachers, they are not, unfortunately, they are not trained or certified with B.Ed. So, do you think even without B.Ed, there can be great teachers? And then, do you think schools should be open to, have that kind of teachers in schools?
Sir, in my perception, each and every person belong to the whichever may be the profession, he should have his skills with respect to that profession. He may be doctor, he may be the lawyer, he may be whomever he may be. He needs some skills to survive or to give the best in that to that particular profession. Obviously, in the field of teaching also. So the syllabus or the curriculum, what was there for the B.Ed course, where it is going to make a teacher. Because B.Ed is a mandatory education qualification, which is mandate for the teachers. The curriculum, what was there in the early, 10, 20 years before, still it is same. Then how come it is possible to meet out the challenges of the 21st century? So that should not be the case. So again, we have to work on the complete curriculum, what is there in the B.Ed, that should be developed. Then only the teachers who have this qualification, the B.Ed, then only they are going to meet out the challenges of the 21st century. Or else it is not at all possible to implement the NEP 2020 effectively in the classroom.
So, what do you normally look out for, when you're hiring teachers? You want very good quality teachers. What do you look for them? Is it only the degree they have done their B.Ed? So, chalo, you can start working, or what? What is that secret sauce to make that final decision?
Teacher is not only about with the marks cards. There is beyond that. The teacher, because he's not going to, the teacher is not only going with a curriculum. He have his own responsibilities where he or she is going to make the children to face the 21st century. So teacher should be capable of so many skills. So apart from the regular course of that may be the graduation with respect of the stream, then B.Ed, it is not going to be enough to make a proper teacher. The teacher should be of complete 21st century skilled, equipped.
Yeah. If you say 21st century, what was the skills that you are looking for?
There are so many like digital literacy, information literacy, communication, problem solving, critical thinking. There are so many. The teachers, if the teacher know that what these all 21st century skills all about, then only the he or she can make the students to be well versed with these all things.
Yeah, I think I really accept these points of communication skills. A lot of teachers are very well qualified. They've got a good number of degrees in them. But when it comes to communication skill, like putting forth, not necessary. We don't mean to really say English communication. It is communication inside the classroom. It can be probably their mother tongue also when we are teaching inside the classrooms. But when we are not able to express what we have to tell effectively, I think this skill is going to really decide the success of the teacher inside the classroom.
I strongly agree with this point, Kritish. Because communication intention is not that to speak in English. The intention of the communication is to connect with you. I have to share my ideas completely with you. You should understand what exactly I'm telling about. And it coming to the classroom, the child should understand what exactly the teacher is trying to teach. If that one is conveyed, that is the intention here. It's not about the medium of instruction or what. It is all about whether the teacher is delivering what exactly the teacher want to be. What is there in the curriculum is that intention is fulfilling by the teacher in the classroom. That is the intention of the teaching actually.
So what will be the normal difference between a teacher who is working, because there are different levels, foundation level, middle, and then secondary, right? So when we talk about teachers for pre-primary and primary and high school, what is this very unique skill or thing that we normally look at the pre-primary level?
It's a really big challenges. It's a really big challenge to be because coming to the in general scenario, if you have a 10 rupees or the 50 rupees, it is easy to make it 100. If you have a 500, it is easy to make 1,000. But when you don't have anything, and even earning a penny is the very biggest task.
Correct.
Because we need something to invest.
Correct.
So coming to the preschool, the child don't know anything else. Even don't know how to hold the pencil. Nothing. They have to start with a scratch, and that is the biggest challenge for the teachers. They start with each and every point, how to hold the pencil, how to write. They directly don't go for the alphabet or numbers. They don't go for line, different types of the lines like bending, slant lines, so and so. So that's how it goes. So being a preschool teacher is really a biggest challenge because to convey any subject, there should be a passage between a teacher and a student. First, that passage should be created.
Correct.
And creating that passage, that two of that small age children, it's not so easy task. So I should appreciate the teachers who are working in the preschool through this platform. Really, hats off for all the preschool teachers who are working because you people are doing a really wonderful job.
Right. So I really appreciate you recognizing the preschool, sir, because most of the times when we talk about teaching industry or teachers, the preschool teachers are the most often the ignored lot of the teachers, I would say. The preschool teachers are like oh, they're just going and playing. I mean, spending time with children, but we don't know the whole focus. I mean. The reference points for the future of the career of the children are being laid down by the preschool teachers. So these preschool teachers' jobs are the Herculean task, I would say, when compared to primary or higher school children. But how different is I know, sir, you have been working as a teacher for for high school and all of these places. What is the difference between the attitude of the parents when it comes to when they put their children inside the school? What is their expectation from a preschool children to a primary school parents and for high school parents?
Of course, coming to the preschool and high school, the expectations from the parents is entirely different. Coming to the preschool, the parents' expectations are they should be nurtured like anything. The care, the affection, empathy, sympathy, they are expecting a little bit more. And they're more concerned with safety and fine motor skills. Because these are the teachers, the pre-primary teachers are the architects of the behavior, architects of the personality. But where they are going to lay down the proper foundation. But coming to the this higher primary or the high school, it's almost the plan is ready. Coming to the engineering scenario, the civil, it is all about the foundation. When the plan is ready on the paper, on the base is ready, so there is no much plan to do on this. The construction goes on as per the plan. So here the same scenario, if the foundation laid down very properly, then high school teachers' works are going to be really, the burden is less on them. So it is all about the passage is ready. The high school teacher responsibility is to convey that particular academic curriculum in a very effective way.
Correct.
So somewhere I personally feel that the preschool teacher's responsibility is really very sensitive and important. So we have to give the more importance on the preschool. So only even NEP's 2020 is all about. They are giving much importance on the foundational stage. They only even they're saying that it should be on the mother tongue, because the mother language is the one where we can communicate with the children. We can make the students to understand the instructions and other all things very properly.
Right. So we were also talking about this teacher education, sir. Like having this B.Ed is made compulsory because they have to learn such things. I have seen when I was a child or a student, right? So we have been having teachers who have done their B.Ed training once and then they are teaching for the rest of their lives. Do you think any additional trainings for these people are required, and how is it implemented at KLE?
So generally, first I go for training is much necessary because yesterday is not like today and today is not going to be like tomorrow. So year by year the challenges are different. What we have the challenges faced in the down the line of 10 years, the most of those problems are not now. The picture of these issues are entirely different now. The challenges are different, and to meet out and to address these all challenges, the trainings are much necessary. And to coming to this KLE, we are doing the wonderful job because it is well structured, well planned organization. So only it is crossed almost 320 in the country now.
Correct,
So it is
correct, yeah. 320
glowing.
institutions?
Yeah,
Oh my God,
320
wow.
institutions.
Okay,
It's
okay.
glowing like anything. And each and every organization is very well planned. We concentrate on each and every aspect of the organization. We connect every stakeholders, every aspect of the organization, like management, teachers, students, parents. We connect them very beautifully. A very healthy relation is there, and there is such a wonderful procedure is there. We take care of each and every child. We go for to cater each and every student necessary. And we know NEP 2020, we know the 21st century skills. We are, only in one line, I want to say that we are ready to face the 21st century. And KLE is the organization which is ready for the 21st century within all the angles.
No, I agree. See, having to maintain one or two institutions is, one ball game, right? So having to maintain around 300 plus institutions, and then probably lakhs of children, and then how this, education has been, given to each and every child in that, 1 lakh plus, children. I think KLE is doing an excellent role of giving this quality education across all the platforms, starting from play school. Probably they also have
Yeah, we have.
yeah
We have
up to
a
doctorate
preschools.
also
Yeah,
they
yeah,
can do.
yeah.
So we'll come to the talking about operating of the schools from the principal's perspective, from the principal's point of view. You've been handling a lot of teachers, sir. So from pre-primary, primary, and high school, how are these teachers different? How do you handle? Because each one of them are having a different mentality. They come with a very unique problem of theirs. Maybe they come with a unique, scenario. How do you handle such diverse group of teachers?
A wonderful question, sir. Because I think this is the question where each and every principal and each and every organization is going to be face this one, and it is a very sensitive matter. Because it is very difficult to be understand the student psychology as to understand the student one, because we have the particular strategies, or we have an experience to understand the student psychology, but coming to the teachers, it is really a task for the principal actually.
Now all the teachers of KLE will be listening to you. What the sir is going to say now?
The training part, sir. The trainings sometimes we plan a wonderful topics where the teachers are going to understand what their responsibilities are. Because end of the day, we all are coming to the organization as a teacher with a one motto. It's not whether I'm a preschool teacher, high school teacher, I'm of 30-year experience, with of 15-year experience. I'm belonging to this, I'm belonging to that. There is no anything, there is no any barrier, there is no any criteria where it is going to be make the differentiation in the teacher. It is all about for the school, for me as a principal, for the organization, it is a teacher. He is or she is a teacher of my school. She should cater this thing to my school. That's it. And we make our teachers to understand that one. You are responsible. You are a TGT. You are PRT.
TGT is
it's a trained graduate teacher. They used to handle the middle primary and little bit higher. So we make them to understand what their role in the organization. When they are very clear with their role of responsibilities, then it's clear. Because end of the day, we all are coming with only one aim to the school, that is the development of organization, and as well as the development and creating the future of the students. That's it. And that's how we are going to handle the teachers.
correct. You had used two terminologies which I'm not really familiar. TGT is trained graduate
Teachers.
teachers.
PGT, postgraduate teachers.
Postgraduate teachers. This is for somebody who is currently.
They used to handle 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th.
I see. Okay.
This is a required education qualification to handle those respective classes.
Okay. Nice. Good to know. How is it like, I know you've been working with independent organizations also, and now you're working as a chain group of schools. So how is it different? Like, how do they operate? Like, how do they put forth things? How can they be more effective? Like, I want to know your perspective, sir.
I think there is no any much difference. It is all about the rules, regulations, or the standard operating procedures, what we call as SOPs. It all on that. If you that may be the single one or series of the schools or chain of schools, if they have the standard operating procedures, if they are very well versed with their strategies, their plannings, then it's not going to make any difference in that. It is all about their strategies and how they are going to implement on ground.
But how about for the independent schools?
It's same again, because if they have a very proper plan, because I'm the chair, for example.
Can they have no? I know, but what is the reality in this on the field? Like, what is the reality like?
But somewhere I feel that the chain of schools are going to be perform better, because they know the market better, because they have different kind of an examples. They understand the real challenges better. If there is one right practices going on in one school, so they can implement in a different, they're all in other remaining schools. For example, coming to the KLE only, we are 22 schools. So if there is any one good practice is there in the one school, so remaining schools they will implement it.
I see.
If if there is one problem is facing by the one school, so we'll get the solution for it and we will make alert other all the schools. This is what we may feel issue or the caution like this one. So be cautious about that. So this is how the chain of schools are going to be work with the strategy. So somewhere it is a best benefit to be the part of such a great organization.
Correct. I totally agree. In fact, I remember a conversation that one of our teacher used to have, where they said, like, you do a mistake, but don't repeat it. Yeah.
Correct.
So probably having a part of a chain organization, the mistake is shared with other people also.
Exactly.
What kind of mistake can happen and how you can probably fill that gap.
Whether it's good or bad, we are going to share with each and everyone. If it is a good, we will learn it and we'll repeat it. If it is a mistake, so we'll work on it.
We will work on it now. I totally agree with that, perspective as to how it happens. And one more biggest challenge most of our, parents are facing nowadays. Now, my child has completed her UKG, upper kindergarten, they call. So, after now, when I'm joining my child to the first standard, which kind of syllabus I should choose? Because there are plethora of syllabuses. When I was a child, there was only state board. I have not even heard about, CBSE or anything when, back in the day. Now there is, over a period of time, when I was in probably primary school, then there was this, CBSE and ICSE and such things. What is the difference between these boards, and which one should the parent actually has to choose? And what all the boards that are available now?
So just putting a light on these boards. First, state board. So each and every state has its own board where they have their own plan of curriculum. And coming to the CBSE, it's in the central. CBSE ho, or coming to the Karnataka, Amara state board ho, we are using the same curriculum, that is NCRT.
NCRT, okay.
So biggest question is, then what is the difference between state board and CBSE now?
Correct.
So it is all about the way they are taking it, the way they are implementing.
Who the schools?
Exactly. To be frank, coming to the textbooks only, the students of 9th standard in the state and CBSE, both are holding the same textbook in the hand.
Okay, correct.
So that is the biggest challenge or biggest question from the parents, that then what is the difference? They are going with the same textbook, then what is the difference? Correct. It is all about how we are delivering in the class. Toughness level, because coming to the very simple example of addition, 4 plus 9 is also a problem with respect to the addition. 45.5 plus 63.7, it is also an addition.
Correct.
Is there difference or not? Yeah. This is how that level of toughness, approaches, application, critical thinking, there are so many things coming to the CBSE, but it is not there. So CBSE is thinking on application based, critical thinking. There are so many aspects where they are working on. Coming to the state board, that is not so depth. Their direct questions are there. There is no any application based.
But they are using the same textbook.
That's only I said. Here also the concept is called addition. In CBSE also addition. But the level of toughness, application is entirely different in the CBSE.
Is it the same textbook, both the classrooms use?
Yes. We are also with the NCRT. They are also with the NCRT.
Is it the same textbook or a different one?
Same textbook.
Same textbook,
Yeah.
okay. Then it
But
depends
approaches
upon
are different. Approaches.
it depends upon the teacher, you meant to say.
Exactly. They are going to work more. They go with the different sources even.
Okay.
So the question paper pattern is entirely different. We work on more application based, critical thinking. We work on it. But coming to the state board, that pattern or that approach is not there. But it's only there in the CBSE. So even coming to the next level of examinations in NEET, JEE, CET, somewhere if you analyze the result, we'll come to know that our CBSE students are performing better in these all examinations. This
okay.
is what, because we are giving a very good foundation. We are making them to understand what is application, what is critical thinking, how we have to approach. We are making them ready for those all examinations in the 9th and 10th itself.
Correct. So, good to know about that perspective, sir. So, that is CBSE and state board. Once there is any curriculum or a syllabus, there is something called expectations, like, the curriculum expectations or like, the learning outcomes of this particular curriculum and all. In preschool, I have been seeing this, place where what we teach inside the preschool, and since we are also into a little bit of publication of the books for pre-primary, Lilbeez, as you know, some of the schools complain, sir, in my school, if at all I teach so much, the parents do not agree. They say, please give a little more.
Okay.
Please make them write a little more. Where is that, I keep telling them, you'll have to orient the parents. You have to do orientation to the parents as to, we know how much to give. Just because when we were children, maybe they are in LKG or UKG, or a neighbor is writing 10 pages of homework on a daily basis, they expect every school to do give that kind of an homework. How much do you think is that's the right thing to do, or where do we have to put that full stop?
Very right question, where it will help the parents to parent have to understand this this question.
Probably it is very similar in higher grades also. I don't know.
True.
I
true,
have
true.
not.
It implies for each and every level here. So we are in a Bangalore and we want to go to Chennai.
Correct.
So it depends on how much time we have. Our traveling plan starts.
Correct.
Right? Now presently the time is, for example, it's at 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. We want to reach Chennai by 2 p.m. So what our strategies are going to be?
Which route to take?
By whether it's suitable going to be go by plane, car, train. We plan accordingly the length of the time what we have. So if we know the target, then only we can plan what strategy should be used.
Correct.
To reach out that task. In the same way here, so preschool पे क्या होना चाहिए, ये डिसाइड करता है कि हमें हाई स्कूल पे क्या करना चाहिए. हाई स्कूल पे ये डिसाइड करता है कि हमें पीयू में क्या करना चाहिए.
करेक्ट यस.
सो इट इज अ चेन सिस्टम. सो प्री स्कूल में जो हमें चाहिए वो नहीं कर सकते, बिकॉज वी हैव सम रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज. वी हैव टू मेक आवर स्टूडेंट्स टू बी रेडी फॉर द हाई स्कूल. और हाई स्कूल पे ये रेडी करते हैं कि मुझे पीयू पे ये रेडी होना चाहिए. सो कीपिंग दीज ऑल थिंग्स, बिकॉज nowadays you know that how the competitions are, these all competitions like KPSC का हो या JEE NEET हो. The syllabus is very entirely different nowadays. Day by day, year by year, these all competitions are getting more tougher than the
How are you
previous
handling
one.
the parents with that kind of expectation? How are you?
So we are making them to understand this scenario. So this is what the future challenge is. अगर आपको ये चाहिए, सिर्फ हम ये सिखाते हैं, it's okay.
But each and every parent, we cannot be able to go and tell. So
Of course. So, but we have to go for the parent orientation. So only I said that this is the very right question where each and every parent has to understand this one.
Correct.
Because we are not doing as we wish. We know the next what. We know the tomorrow, so we are working today. Correct. Because we are working to create the tomorrow.
Yeah.
Without understanding the tomorrow consequences, if we go blindly today, so it's not going to be useful. Our children are not going to be ready for tomorrow. Correct. So that should not be the scenario. That concern we have.
Correct.
We can understand that what is the caliber of the child. Somewhere we are pressurizing, somewhere we are burdening. We understand it, but our students should be ready to face the tomorrow. So we have to take this burden. We have to take this challenge today.
Sometimes parents are expecting the children to take more burden than we normally give.
Okay.
Right? We know how much, how much tight we have to make in terms of their learning outcomes and all. We know there is a set number, but parents are like, और करेगा. You have to give more homework. You have to give more, teach more to the child. So this is a difficult task for us here in the pre-primary.
That's a very nice actually to know this one. Of course, that's a very true that Some children with a very special caliber, their grasping EQ are more than the average of the class.
Correct,
In
correct,
such
yeah.
conditions, the teacher have to go for the tailor method, what we call it as. So they have to understand the student caliber. It is better to be little bit give some more focus on those special children and as per their caliber.
What is this, perspective for, when child is coming from a preschool education to, a regular schooling? Um, there is a lot of things to consider. Now there are probably, you said state board and CBSE are there. Now if there are more number of CBSE schools or say state board the parents are having, what is these things to consider for the parents to choose a school if the boards are same? If there are two CBSE schools, which school should I choose from the as a parent?
Generally, the parent has to compare the results of the school, their working patterns, and apart from the curriculum, what kind of the facilities they are giving. So by understanding these all, so obviously they will come to know that which school is better. The only thing is that the track record of that particular school, the history of that school, make them to understand which school is the better one.
So we just have to see. Is it like always result oriented in terms of what percentage the children are going to get in 10th standard?
The numbers or the marks are not only the criteria where it makes this, this school is the best school. That is one of the considerable factor to understand whether the school is doing good or not. There are still so many areas to evaluate the school. By understanding those all evaluation factors, only the parents have to take the decision whether that school is a good one or not. They have to consider all the things.
Of course, I agree. So, if you are in a position to make a decision for the education industry here, for the future of India, what changes would you like to bring for the education of Indian education system?
A very big question, sir. I think I'm not so a person to be answered this one, but even I can express my notions if I'm in that position to be make some changes in the education policy. The first thing I strongly believe that we have to take Sanskrit to implement in the education industry very mandatory, because I strongly believe that Sanskrit is the language which is mother of all the languages. So somewhere it is connected with our ancient history and so things. If you are good at Sanskrit, I know that, I believe that, so it makes a very strong foundation of our children. So as we are nowadays, recently the CBSE has taken the call of implementing the 3-language policy. So somewhere I think it is better to make even Sanskrit as a mandatory, because it is much necessary.
Much necessary. So yeah, states are saying we want to go for only 2 languages. By the way, very nice, sir, you put that point, because I have this one perspective that in North India, they do not have this 3-language policy. They have only 2-language policy is what I've heard. But here in South India, South Indian states, say, I don't know about Maharashtra, but maybe Maharashtra also included South Indian state, they call it as 3-language policy. Which one is the right thing to do, and is it should be made it common that North India also has to have 3-language policy, or 2-language policy to be implemented here in South also? Which is the right thing to do? Our perspective, I mean, it can be different.
So what CBSE is coming with the 3-language policy, it is very proper, sir.
Even for
No doubt in that.
across all the schools across India?
Yes. It is under the CBSE. If I'm not wrong, there are more than 29,000 schools. So they are making the 3-language policy for all, irrespective of the states, for all the 29 schools which are under the CBSE. And it is a very nice thinking, or the nice policy what they are actually forcibly implementing for all the schools. The 3-language policy is a very nice one. The 3-language policy goes for actually the first two, R1 and R2, what we named as language 1 and language 2, are the regional languages, R1 and R2. R3 is a foreign language. Correct. We have a choice there. They are making only the 3-language policy to have a 3-language. That may be anything.
Can be anything, yeah.
So it's my taste, it's my requirement. So we have an option for that one. R1 can be Hindi, R1 can be Kannada coming to the Karnataka. So likewise, each and every state has their own requirements or challenges, so they can plan it. The only thing is that each and every child should go through the 3 languages. So this is not mandatory that R3 should be a foreign language, means it should not be only English. If the child don't want to study English, he or she can go for any other language, foreign language also.
Correct.
But coming to the Karnataka, I think somewhere it sounds correct that R1 it's going to be Kannada, as our mother tongue is Kannada, and R2 it's going to be Hindi, and R3 is going to be English.
R3 is going to be English. Okay. Our children have written examinations only for 5 subjects, I guess,
Correct.
not for 6.
Yeah.
So one subject was
The present AISSC, that is 10th students are going to write examination on 5.
only for 5.
They don't have the R3 this time. For 26, 27, it's not there. From 27, that means the 9th standard students will go for the 3 language.
Oh, I see. Okay. So,
It is mandatory for 6th standard to 9th standard now.
6th to
From
9th
26,
standard.
27.
Okay. Until last year, how was it? Only 5?
Yeah, it's only 5. But we used to go with the 3 language policy for 6th, 7th, 8th. For 9th, only we used to give the choice.
I see.
They have studied
Okay.
only 2 languages. The language one is mandatory, that is English, as we are with English medium schools, CBSE schools. R2 is a choice. They can go with Kannada or else Hindi.
Correct.
There is no choice of R3. There is no any third language. If they want, they may. But usually we used to not give. So they used to go with the totally 5 subjects, 3 core and 2 languages.
And implementing this language policy is a very controversial topic, I understand. Having said that, with so much of diversity in India across, each state has needs to give importance to their regional language first, and then, the R2. I used to call it as L1, L2.
Correct.
That used to be my
They term it as now
vocabulary.
R1, R2.
R1, R2, because it's called region 1 language, regional
2
language and such things. But most of us South Indians, at least, we speak at least 3 to 4 languages by default. And Hindi, was implemented mostly in our high school classes and all. So having, said this, introducing one more foreign language is mostly English. Correct? So it cannot be much. Only in IB schools they are saying French, Spanish and other things are also they're implementing. So one other important topic that I would like to discuss with you, sir. When we talk about some incidences that has happened in the school from a principal's perspective, what is this very nice and good feeling kind of topics? I mean, good feeling kind of incidences that has happened, and what is that you are going to look forward on a daily basis?
As a principal, I want to see a smile on every teacher. So, of course, I'm not going to make a joke where the teachers can be smiled. But thing is that I will provide in such an atmosphere in the school that where they can come to the school with a happy mood, where they can, because it's my strongly belief, and even the right belief is that only happy teacher can create a happy classroom.
100%, yes.
So such an atmosphere should be there. So I try my best to understand the students' teacher psychology better. So what exactly they are expecting from the organization, what kind of working atmosphere they are expecting. So I try my best to provide that one, and because of that, somewhere I say that my teachers are happy, and because of that my school is really doing good.
So I've always seen you very jovial and very good. I have a good feeling when I'm having a conversation with you, sir. Is it the same way, you're very jovial and very happy with inside the school
yes,
premises
always, wherever I'm going to be.
Even or you're a strict
school,
principal that we always imagine.
I'm not at all like that one, because काम करने के लिए स्ट्रिक्ट क्यों होना चाहिए, काम करने के लिए सीरियस क्यों होना चाहिए, काम तो होना है ना, ಆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ ನಾವು, ನಕ್ಕೋತನು ಆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾಗಿದ್ರೆ why not with a smile?
Yeah, I agree. Right.
And it's scientifically even proven that ನಗ್ತಾ ಕಲಿಯೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ receiving or grasping what we say, it is going to be little bit higher side when we are in the very cool mood. When we're in a happy mood, the receiving will be good. So only that happy classroom, creating that happy classroom factor is very important. So only I used to mention in every meeting that create always a happy classroom. The students should come to the school in a very happy mood, and even they have to go out of the school with a very happy mood.
Correct. True.
So learning process, this teaching learning process should go very happily. So that's my a very fundamental thinking.
No, I agree, sir. We've also seen some recent incidences, on TV and all, as to how principals are not so much approachable by the parents or for the teachers. How do you think the teacher should be approachable for the teachers? Usually, the reason why I'm also picking at this topic is because teachers nowadays are going through a lot of stress, right? It can be because of what are the reasons why teachers are going under stress, and how do as a principals has to handle them?
I think it's depends on their perception, but somewhere I feel that the teachers are not at all facing the pressure. If they are not up to the mark, if they are not well versed with the skills, if they don't have the subject depth, then only somewhere they are feeling. If they're not ready in the state to receive the challenges, if they're not in the state to welcome, or adaptability is not there exactly, if the adaptability is not there in that particular teacher, then only that comes into the picture. Or else no, because every day, of course, we are going to come across the new challenges or new issues like that. But we should be ready for that. That adaptability factor should be there in the teacher.
Yeah, I think that is a very important quality.
So very
teacher
strongly,
has to
and
possess,
we should
yeah.
welcome that one actually. That we
Correct,
should not take it as a pressure-like thing.
And especially when the syllabuses are changed from NEP to SEP to some other EPs, education policies, having a lot of changes nowadays, and constant updation of the curriculums are also probably are the reason for the stress for the school teachers, is what I feel. Is this true or how?
ऐसा तो स्ट्रेस होता ही नहीं सर. अगर आपको याद हुआ तो, अगर आपने देखा हुआ तो, 3 Idiots मूवी पे एक सीन आता है. सो आमिर खान, he will come to the classroom and he challenges to the teacher, like मैं सिखा दूंगा कि आप सिखा तो ऐसा कुछ. So in that scenario he writes one word on the board.
Yeah.
He writes on the board और सब क्लास को ऐसा इंस्ट्रक्शन देता है कि ये क्या है, इसका मतलब बताओ. The all students will start searching in the book. What is the meaning of that particular word? Actually, there is no word at all. What exactly the word written by the Amir Khan in that movie. So ऐसा word होता है ना, उन दोस्तों का नाम रहता है सिर्फ jumbling, the mixing like thing. So this is what. अगर कुछ हमें issue हो, challenges हो, कुछ नया मिलता है, so we have to take that one as an opportunity to learn something new, not as a pressure. NEP 2020 is a very nice policy. Let's take it, welcome it. As a challenge हो या welcome करो, learn करो, implement करो. Why you're taking it as a burden to implement that one? It's an opportunity to learn the very new things, where we are going to be updated, where we are making our children updated. We all are going to together. We are going to ready to face the 21st century. Correct. Then we have to welcome it. We should not take it in a negative way. Yeah, ये pressurize है, यार ये NEP 2020 ऐसा है वैसा है. Learn it and implement it. जो भी चीज़ है, जो मालूम नहीं है, वो हमें burden लगता है, pressurize लगता है. Once we learn it, अरे यार इतना ही ऐसा लगने लगता है. So that perception should be there. That approach should be there.
No, correct. That's a proper right mindset everybody should have before they go into the classrooms, I feel. In the new age, now we hear a lot of this AI, artificial intelligence coming up. How should schools cope up? How should the classrooms cope up in this new age? Because a lot of topics that the teacher wants to introduce inside the classroom, the child has already kind of seen it on the phone. So how do the teachers and the school cope up with this kind of classrooms and such things?
AI. No, we know that everywhere it's AI now. Yeah. Even in the classroom, in the market, where it is not there now. So, but one thing is very sure, that there is nothing called AI or what technology, whatever it may be. There is nothing which can replace, or there is something which can't replace a teacher here. Even it's experimented by the nation called Sweden. That is implemented. They planned it that class में paper ही नहीं होना चाहिए. They have implemented technology to that extent. Correct. They went through that for the long time. Then they have analyzed, अरे यार ये इतना implement नहीं हो सकता. It is not so impactful, effectful. So now they taken it back. Correct. Yes. So this is how it exactly it works. टीचर का रिप्लेसमेंट हो ही नहीं सकता. जो हमारा टीचर्स है, जो ये जो काम कर रहे हैं अभी, इनका रिप्लेसमेंट अभी है ना, पीछे था, अभी है ना, आगे भी होगा. No one can replace our teachers. Our teachers are the best always.
Yeah, I understand. I 100% agree with what you are saying, sir. In fact, when we talk about the digital classrooms and all, see, AI, at least now it is coming. It's been quite in the trend now, like to have a digital classroom is very important before any parent select a school. Hey, there is a smart board inside the classroom. This wording or, this kind of a perspective is been, usually looked out for the parents who are selecting the school. For primary standard to maybe high school, I probably might agree with, what they are saying because of the lot of illustrations that they might have to show on the board. How is it true to have a digital content or things for the pre-primary section?
Of course, in my perception, it is much necessary. Equally, even as we use in higher sections, it should be there in the pre-primary section also. क्योंकि comparing to the high school students, imagination, attraction, pre-primary school का थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही होता है. So we strongly believe that LSRW can be developed only by seeing, touching it. We know experiential learning.
Correct.
It is all about. So one of the best tool to make the students to be experience these all things is these all technologies. So it is a very best part to have the technology in the classroom.
Yeah.
क्योंकि हर एक चीज को क्लासरूम में तो नहीं आ सकते. For example, if it is a simple rhyme also, in the rhyme, if there is a monkey, if there is an elephant, we can't bring those all animals into the classroom. But somewhere these all technology can bring these all lively in the classroom. So why not? The students, as we are talking about happy classroom, so that is going to be implemented here through this technology. So it is better to have a technology in the classroom.
Okay, but now they are so much used to the screen time inside the classroom. The same thing also happens in the house. So because they are introduced to screen time inside the classroom, they are wanting screen time in the house also. Screen time is basically having to watch the phone and all. How do the parents should handle, or is this the right direction that we are moving in, or should we get de-addicted for the technology? How is it going to happen?
अच्छा है इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि पूरा वही करो. हंसना अच्छा है, लेकिन every time we can't laugh. That should not be. So there should be a very right proportion for that. कि what is the quantity or what amount of digital technology should be used in the classroom. That is a call of a teacher. They should know what is the amount of or what is the length of these technologies should be used in the classroom. मैं आज क्या what we call as the homework is necessary from the teacher. आज मैं क्या सिखाने वाला हूँ क्लास में. So what kind of the digital support I can take to make that particular content to deliver in the classroom, where the student can understand whether it is necessary or not. When it is really necessary, then only we have to take the help of the technology, not every time.
Not every time. Yeah.
So that right proportion is necessary.
Correct.
And somewhere this call should be taken by the parents also. हर एक time पे mobile देना. So that should not be the case.
Correct.
Because mobile is wonderful thing. That only I said that 21st century skills are playing a very vital role. उसमें एक content ऐसा है कि digital literacy. So the parents should understand that. कि mobile it's a wonderful thing, but how to use it, to the what extent it should be used.
Is it recommended for preschool children?
Yes, sir. Why not?
Digital learning, yeah.
Yeah, of course, digital learning. But they have to have the literacy on that. कि कितना यूज करना चाहिए, क्या यूज करना चाहिए, बच्चों को क्या दिखाना चाहिए मोबाइल पे. So that literacy should be there. If they are not well versed with that, it's better to take an opinion from the teacher also even.
But most of the times the access for the children are this YouTube reels and this Instagram reels and such things. YouTube shorts, right? Yeah, YouTube shorts and Instagram reels. These are the kind of content these children are started watching because parents have been watching it. And how this proportion has to be there, or how the guidance has to be there from in the houses.
Coming to this, I think it's better the parents have to have the control over these all things, because it is always true that जो हम कहते हैं बच्चे वो नहीं करते, जो हम करते हैं वही करते हैं. So we should have the control over first on us कि हम बच्चों के सामने क्या कर रहा है, हमें क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है. So we should have a control over using this mobile phone. अगर बच्चे के हाथ में अगर आप मोबाइल दे रहे हो, so check it out what exactly the child is watching. If it is not a right content to watch that, so we have to give the instruction to the child that this is not the right one content put out. That should not be seen. और बस ऐसा करना चाहिए कि जो भी अच्छा है वो डाउनलोड करो, then ऑफलाइन मोबाइल दे दो. ऑनलाइन क्यों देते हो? Why the mobile with the data? So where it can be browsed anything whatever the child is wishing for. So ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. अगर ऐसा देना चाहते हैं तो have the monitor on that. What exactly the child is watching. So it should be monitored. Whatever it may be, it should be monitored under control. With the right proportion, only the child should go for this digital content.
Correct. Yeah, I agree. Limited access.
Exactly.
For the digital
Limited
content
access is the right one.
Better thing to do for the preschool children.
ये तो ऐसा हो गया कि हर एक चीज वैसा ही होता है. चाकू है, the knife is there. So उसे क्या करना चाहिए depends on us.
Correct.
We can cut a fruit, we can cut a vegetable, or we can do some other thing also with the knife.
Yeah.
So likewise, so we should understand that what a right usage should be taken from that particular device. That's our call actually.
So also one kind of, you can say, a personal question, my personal question, I would say, when I'm having this conversation. How has the pre-primary education has been in the last 2 years, or few years that we've been implementing Lilbeez curriculum inside the preschools and all in our school? How has been the outcome from the parents or from the teachers?
It's going really wonderful, sir. As I'm into in the field of education since from more than 14 years, especially in these 5 years when we are planning to implement, or when we are with the NEP 2020, the things are going very fine. Because we understood what is 21st century, what are the challenges, what is our tomorrow, and what we have to do today. And we are doing very rightly to face the tomorrow.
Correct.
And to do that one, to be frank, the Lilbeez, that NIECC really helping us to reach our goal here. So here I take an opportunity to thank the NIECC and Lilbeez.
No, honor is ours for the KLE group to be considering using this for quite some time now.
We never compromise with the quality, sir, and you have the quality, so we are with the Lilbeez.
Yeah. So we are also very happy that all the branches are implementing it effectively inside the classroom. See, this is not an easy task. The problem, of developing a very good content or any of these things, implementation should be very good.
True.
And I'm happy that all the schools of KLE, the chain of schools, are implementing it effectively, and therefore the results are also very bright. I feel, right?
Coming on this, the first here some factors are to be considered. The one thing is that KLE is in such a well-established organization that whatever they do with strategies, they do with the plannings, they have their own SOPs. And coming to the teachers, they never compromise with the quality. We have a very good teachers. And value adding for this one, we have a Lilbeez, and where it is providing a very right training programs for our teachers. So where these training programs are making our teachers to implement this curriculum very effectively in the classroom. So how the things are going very fine and fruitful with the KLE, with Lilbeez.
Thank you so much for that. What is this new learning methodologies that are being implemented inside the school that we, normal traditional schools, back in the day, we were not using it? What is this new methods? Is there any new methods of teaching that has been successfully implemented?
So coming to the 21st century skills. So the new skills that what we talk about, experiential learning, this is what a particular factor of the 21st century skill is playing a very vital role in teaching learning process. Because we know that the students what they see, what they touch, what they feel, that is going to be a permanent teaching or an effective learning actually. So that's what happening with the tool called experiential learning here. So nowadays the present education system is working much on this factor than experiential learning.
Okay.
And activity based. That is actually activity based. What this is all about NEP 2020.
Correct. Yeah, I agree with what you are saying, sir. Yeah. What is the challenges the schools are facing in the current world? Is there any challenges that the new in the recent times that schools are facing any challenges?
It depends on the school. If they are up to the mark, it's well and good. If their foundation is not strong, obviously they will face the challenges in the higher levels. If the basic is very strong, obviously all the things will go very
Challenges will
smooth.
not be there, you mean to say.
And coming to the KLE, really we are working very hard from the foundation stage itself. So coming to the higher standard, we are not facing much problem actually.
Right. One other very common, problem that we normally see in schools, sir. Comparison between the children. The parents do this a lot. Like, that child is able to do, why not my child? And if it doesn't come until the school, it is okay. But we as children have been facing that you always have to perform better than the other child in the neighbor or in the school or my friends. So why is this, comparison, is there, and how should we continue doing it to encourage the children?
Very wonderful question that where each and every parent should understand this one. So, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ನನಗೆ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ದ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬೆಟರ್. If you are comparing the students or the children, so what's wrong if the children compare the parents? What happens here? ಪಾಪ ಈಗ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆ ಮಗು 90 ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ, ನೀನ್ ಯಾಕೆ 60 ಪುಟ ಅಂತ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್, ರೈಟ್, why you are not scoring that one?
They will also ask the teachers, why is my child not scoring well? Why not like the other child?
Yeah, it's a very right scenario where each and every school is going to come across. If the child asks the same question, reverse to the parent that, Papa, Papan hatra Mercedes ide, why you are dropping me in a Creta? If the same question, then there are so many factors where the child should consider, right, to understand his parent. Then why the parents are not trying to understand their child capacity or their caliber? Please, through this platform, even I request the parents to understand their caliber, learning abilities, even their emotional quotient very properly. With that, strongly believe that each and every child is with one gift given by the God. So that is a parent responsibility and even the teacher responsibility to understand or analyze or to detect or to find that what kind of a caliber or the strength that particular child has, and we are here to excel that. We are here to develop that. ಅದು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಮಗುವಿನಲ್ಲೂ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅದು ಏನು ಅಂತ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಬೆಳೆಸಬೇಕಾದವ್ರು ನಾವು. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಫಾದರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ತೆಂಡೂಲ್ಕರ್ ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಅವರು ನೀನೊಬ್ಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹಾಡುಗಾರ ಆಗು ಅಥವಾ KPSC ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೆನ್ ಹತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ವುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಿ ತೆಂಡೂಲ್ಕರ್. ಎಂಥ ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ಮನ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು. ಇದೇ ಥರ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ನಲ್ಲೂ ಎಂತೆಂಥ ಮಹಾನ್ ನಾಯಕರು ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ತಂದೆಗಳು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೂತಿದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತಂಥ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪ್ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಸಿಂಗರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಫಾರ್. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಗುರುತಿಸಿ ಬೆಳೆಸೋದು ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲೇ ದ ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಟೀಚರ್, ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಮೆಂಟರ್, ಆಬ್ಸರ್ವರ್ಸ್, philosophers, so many multi-dimensional personality we should have to understand the child. ಅದು ಕೇವಲ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರಿಂದ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಇವನ್ ಪಾಲಕರು ಕೂಡ ಅದನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಬೆಳೆಸಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಬೆಳೆಸೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇವಲ ಶಾಲೆಗಳ ಪಾತ್ರ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ತಪ್ಪಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ to make in the progress of the child. Equally, even the parents are responsible to make the child to grow in a proper way.
I agree, sir. Talking about examinations ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ನಾವು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಸತಿನೂ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲಾನು ಬರ್ತದೆ. In our education system, it has always been how much percentage have you scored. Okay, so in this new era, because our fundamental method of evaluation has been through knowledge testing, how much you are able to remember on the day of examination. In the new era of AI, all this information are there at the tip of our fingers. True. How should we think the future of this evaluation or education is supposed to be? What is the future?
Somewhere we are lagging actually in this particular field actually still. Of course we are growing very good, But coming to this particular point in the area of evaluation, still we are not up to the mark. ಇವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಓರಿಯೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಏನೇ ಒಂದು ಇವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ ಆಸ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಡ್ ಇವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್, ಸೊ ಅದು ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾವು ಮತ್ತು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸೇ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಎನಿ ಅದರ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ ವೇರ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಲರ್ನ್ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಇವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಟ್ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್. So that should not be. That is the area where it is still open to work on.
Correct. A lot of stress is there. ಅಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ, that you need to learn these topics. You should be able to rehearse. You should be able to repeat this. You should be able to write it in a beautiful sentence and such things. Knowledge recalling has now become obsolete, I feel, because of AI. What is the other skills of other methods of evaluation that you could suggest the education system has to go towards?
So multidimensional with a multi-parameter only we have to think on it. So those are the only some techniques or the strategies where we can judge or evaluate the child capacity.
Nice. Of course, it cannot be very.
That's the open area actually now.
Yeah. I think if at all we as companies are planning something, we should look into multidimensional kind of an evaluation than only one perspective of how much knowledge the child is having. That's a very great insight for me due to this conversation, I would say. And what do you think, 10-15 years of education is going to be for schooling in the next, say, 10 to 15 years? How is it going to change?
So as we are working on the 21st century skills now, and after obviously 10 to 15 years, our children are going to be very well versed with these all skills. So then that the new challenge is waiting for us. We can't predict now itself that how after 10 to 15 years, what are the challenges we are going to face. But somewhere I feel that the education system, what we are planning for, what we are going with now, so that will make us to face whatever the challenges is going to be faced after 10-15 years. We are going to be ready for that.
Correct.
Our children are ready for that.
What can be expected? Like, ಏನಾಗಬಹುದು? I mean, I know it's a very abstract question. There is no proper answer to it. But
ಇದೊಂಥರ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ only the time can answer for something, because there was a time where the telephones are with the wire or the cord. Again without cord ಬಂತು, ಈಗ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾವೆ, ನ್ಯೂ ವರ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇವತ್ತಿದ್ದಿದ್ದು ನಾಳೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. So it is quite difficult to be understand that what the next version will be. It is quite difficult to be understand. But as the day passes, whatever may be the challenges, so we are ready to face that one, because that's what we are preparing today.
Nice. So having said this, probably we have covered a lot of discussion in terms of how the school education is there, teacher education, expectation from the parents are there, in terms of children education to high school children, and the future of education. All of this kind of topics that we have covered. It was really nice talking to you on so many topics, and would definitely looking forward to have one more session for very specific one more topic. Yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for your time, and nice having you here.
Thank you.